Alright, today is obviously the next day. We are supposed to be at the dyno right now at RPM Motorsports, and it is 10:11, and I bet you guys are wondering, like, why aren't you at RPM on the dyno? Well, after we got the exhaust done, the exhaust put on, everything's good to go to back it out of David's shop, and it goes into gear, but the car won't move. This transmission is an absolute pain in the ass. Everything we do, it's fighting us. The pump has gone out. Ben, how you feeling right now? You're just over it? Just fighting us.
Rushing around like a crazy person.
So we did everything. We were up until about 3 last night. Got home, as you guys could see, got the badass exhaust on there, and David and Ben and myself had to push the car into the trailer because it just wouldn't work. Just wouldn't go. It would physically go into gear, but the pump would not produce any pressure. So the final piece on that transmission. Now, if you guys remember, that's the transmission that I bought off Turbo Bullet that was an absolute mess. The final piece off that transmission that is not new is the pump. I put a new valve body in it, I put new planetary in it, I put all new everything in it but the pump, because I didn't expect the pump to go out. Not a happy camper. Just getting the old shaftaroo. First look, everything looks to be in place in the transmission. Here is the culprit right here. We might as well punt this thing as far as we can, huh? Alright guys, so after further inspection, the pump actually was damaged. We took it apart. There was a gasket that was blown out, and the pump had this like really weird wear in it. So I've been running around with Ben and Chris. We went up to Raleigh to Ben's buddy's Wicker Performance, and he builds transmission, so he had a pump there. So we got a new pump, so we're gonna try and put that in there. Don't think we're gonna be making the dyno appointment at RPM today. They did have us there in the morning, then they bumped us back to the afternoon, but right now it's almost 2. I'm about to, I guess, pony up and try to tow Chris's big ass trailer with my truck because he needs an alignment.
We better
so
get rid of this tongue weight.
Yeah, all this tongue weight, that's what's weighing it down here. So I guess I'll strap this guy down and we'll get to it. Ben, it's been a crazy day, hasn't it?
That's it.
It's been a crazy day. So I've been running around, just got back. We discovered an issue, probably the main issue why this pump is dead. Would you say that's probably part of the reason why the pump has died? There ain't no telling at this point. Yeah, there's no telling.
It shouldn't kill it, but
it also shouldn't be like that. So there's a ringless and a ringed turbo splined power glide input shaft. That all makes sense. That's what this is. This is a ringless, even though it has a ring on there. Very, very confusing stuff we're talking about here. Pumps are built differently. This pump requires a ringed input shaft. This pump requires a ringed input shaft. This is not a ringed input shaft. The more and more we dig into this transmission, the more and more we find out how cobbled together it was when I purchased it. Yeah. And how I got suckered.
The parts have got to be matched together. They got to work together.
And some dude literally took like what seems to be 3 different transmissions, what he thought were good parts, and put them all together, and none of them work.
The problem is they were all good parts, just in their own unique transmission.
They shouldn't have all been in one trans.
Yeah, no.
I got hustled. We have a solution, Ben.
Yeah?
We would like to race tomorrow. Jason Harris has another power glide.
Alright.
So we're just going to get another power glide. So my homie Jason, I called him. I've been calling him earlier this morning. They got me in contact with some people that have different pumps and stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm like, Jason, I hear you got a power glide. I need a power glide. He's like, I do have a power glide. So I said I'm going to buy it off of him, and we're going to use it, and then he could buy it back at any time. I feel like that's fair trade. Yeah. Fair trade. The last one we got from Jason, I know you're going to watch this. Last one we got from you, we had to rebuild. Like 3 passes had to rebuild it, Jason, so this one better be better. This one actually is not even in Jason's hands. He bought it off his buddy and hasn't picked it up yet.
Oh.
so Jason...
The other one's been good, though.
The other one has been good. Yeah, the other one's...
We slapped some clutches in it in a new band and set it all up with the clearances like you're supposed to, and we literally haven't had to touch it.
No. So, Jason, thank you for being such an awesome guy. And as payment to you, Jason, TRZ anti-roll bar. I got up with my guys at TRZ. I know you guys are like, what the heck? So I had this on the black car. This is the same anti-roll bar that we run on this car. As you can see, it's a high dollar setup. It's a badass piece, is it not?
Works good for bolting something on that's better than anything else you can buy.
So talking with Todd and the guys at TRZ, they want me to run a little bit something different after I told them what my goals are with this car. So we're going to run a wishbone and a bigger anti-roll bar setup. So this is going to go to Jason's car. The money shot is going to be just badass street car, similar to what the Rooster is. It's got a Huron speed kit on there, built motor, turbo, everything like that. So this is going to Jason. The trading back and forth between myself and Jason continues. Oh, look who it is. Is that a new Party Time Racing hat? Wow.
My merch at the link below.
Oh, is that right? You got a link now? What's up?
Some sort of link.
He's actually got some nice.
What's going on?
I know.
What up, homie?
Nothing.
The Puerto Rican.
You look like you didn't do any work today.
Hey, speaking
Drinking
of Puerto
Rican.
Rican,
Drinking Rican.
Puerto Rican cruise shirt from like the Rotary.
Jason, hold on. Now that I got the camera rolling, come on over here. Come on, I got a present for you.
Presente.
If you reach under my seat, look at that. Now carefully pull out. You might pull out some clothes and stuff.
Smells like a gym locker still in here. What is that?
I thought you were gonna pull out some like
Look at you.
marathon underwear.
No. I leave that at the house.
TRZ.
You're gonna be hooked up now.
Yes.
Now when you start driving left and right, you can't be like, oh, I got a sway bar on the car. You just be like, well, John just outdrove me.
Well, that's not good.
That's big power stuff there.
Yeah, it is. That's the nice
Car
stuff.
is ready.
Listen, as soon as Jason runs a turbo car, I guarantee you his car's not nitrous next year. Guarantee it's got some sort of boost on it.
This man for 12 plus years, and I've been preaching turbos to him since before I met him. And I told him, you're gonna be a changed man once you feel the boost.
And he's over
Say
there.
bye-bye to
I
the
already
juice.
put the bump box in.
He's over there huffing nitrous still.
He's gonna say bye-bye to the juice
Hey.
once he feels the boost.
box.
How do you feel? Hold on, let me zoom into your face here. How do you feel about Mark's Burt? 360.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on this.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about it. My son came up. I can't talk about it. He made me look really stupid.
It's embarrassing.
He made me look really stupid. Marcus got his stuff together.
Flying.
Radials are faster.
Radials are faster. Now what do you have to say?
At 2250.
Wait, if they he's 150 pounds lighter than me. I've been fast. I've been 367. If you take 150 off me, that's like a 3 or a 2.
Mm-hmm. You're close. Are you just gonna slap him around in the PDRA setup though?
He comes with big tires. I'm gonna slap him around.
I like that, baby. That's what I like to hear. Speaking of slapping around, do you have a transmission that we're gonna have to pull out here and replace the planetary gear set and the clutches and the drums that we could pick up from you?
Hey, as long as you don't put it together.
Well,
We get the heat.
look at that.
Hey, if I had to run it, I use that one.
That one's even. Okay, we have an excess amount of dipsticks. This is the third Power Glide I've bought off you. Third.
Well, you bought 2 complete ones in one box.
In one box, yeah. And you know what's funny is we've used so many parts from that the box actually got thrown out now, and there's just some little parts left.
This one's got the brand new hardened input shaft, catch can, puke bottle.
Look at that. External trans brake, so someone has to stand behind the car and let go. That's new.
Look, I even left the cooler lines on for you.
Is that more? Is that more? If that's more, you can keep them. We're on a tight budget here. You know, we're on our 4th or 5th one.
I don't know what the difference is in the roller bearing. I mean, they say it's less heat, but who knows? I've ran just as fast without them.
I bet you ran just as fast with no gear oil too.
I have done that.
Isn't that you can make 1 1/8 mile pass?
1 8 mile pass. You can make a quarter mile pass.
But you got to put.
We put 5 quarts in it, warm it up, get it all lubricated real good, dump it, and then 1 pass.
And then at the top end, you got to fill it back up.
Fill it back up before you tow it back.
That's how you go faster. Chris, if you want to go 490s in the vet, you best be draining stuff.
5 quarts of 75 140 weight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot.
I guess when you're trying to chase down a radial car, that's what you got to do.
Evidently, I need to run pro stock gear oil. I use water.
Well, looks like we'll be racing tomorrow. If this, I don't see why this wouldn't go well. It's another Power Glide. They're all the same at this point.
Beetlejuice.
I appreciate you saving us in the clutch after chasing Power Glide parts all day.
Do
Yes.
you remember the tires?
Yes.
So y'all call somebody else?
Yeah. No, listen, when I'm in trouble, you know who I call. When I break stuff, you know who I call. I call you to whine. I call you to whine. I call.
Bad for Ben.
Ben doesn't hear it.
But Ben's got to fix all your junk you break.
That's called job security. That's what that's called. Ben stays busy. So,
And what's Wes do?
Wes every once in a while he holds the camera.
Fubu Fabulous.
Yeah, he's pretty much peanut gallery. So,
How's his car?
it's we're waiting on a motor, badass motor. He says he's got a bullet that's gonna keep up with the pro mods you got. So, all right, well, we're gonna load this up. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Thank you for moral support. We definitely appreciate that.
Hey, what car is this for? The spicy pigeon? What's it called?
This one's going in the
They all got names,
the
right?
boosted rooster. The boosted
Okay,
rooster.
whatever.
He didn't see the exhaust yet.
Bullion, whatever.
What do you think of the exhaust?
I like the exhaust. Like I told you, it needs a tractor
I can't
flap.
keep up with it.
Hold on. What do you think of the exhaust? Now you're a ricer guy. You're a ricer guy, so you'll like that. 5-inch,
Good
Straight
God.
out the hood.
straight out the hood.
Good God. You learned something good from the imports.
She is the new engine. Sorry, what? What? The new engine. Sorry, the new. We've been talking about engine so much today. The new transmitting is here, and we were just talking. We are like on aftermarket case overload. Read case. Read case. Read case. Where's Ben's stock 400? Stock 400 case. This is why Ben keeps it in a bag. Just want to let people know. It's like, nah. That's just the backup. That's the backup to the both backups.
If you got an aftermarket case 400, you've got about $11,000 for the transmission.
So this transmission here is pretty good. The only thing you have to do, really, like we were saying before, is just switch the tail shaft, because this one is a roller bearing, that one is a brass bearing, and the yoke that we have is for a brass bearing because that's what was in the car. So really like a freak kind of accident that just showed up out of nowhere. I mean,
Switch tail shaft already.
literally drove this car with that transmission into the shop, and then it wouldn't leave. And then that brings us to today, where we literally chase parts all day. All day long. That's all we did, was chase parts while Ben worked. And then helped us chase parts.
He wore sunglasses at night, though.
You haven't seen the exhaust yet.
No,
Hold on. We gotta lower it. We gotta lower it. No, you need to see it. You need to see it. We're here when we started it up with no exhaust, and we're like, oh, we're gonna stick it out the hood, and you're over here just like shaking your head. So let me just lower it. I feel like the pictures don't really do it
it
justice.
doesn't. It truly doesn't, because it is large.
It is absolutely obnoxious.
It's got pie cuts.
It gets me, and we put it on there.
That's actually kind of nice.
It is kind of nice. I need to get the rouge out and polish it before tomorrow.
Landed from the gym. Wow.
It's impressively large, isn't it?
It is. That's some good looking aluminum.
David really knocked out of the park.
David,
he is great at doing stuff that's like extremely odd. Like, this is not something that would be normal, and he killed it.
Well, it's funny because you give him a phone call and he said, "Sure."
Yeah, I'm like, hey, can you do this? He's like, yeah, that's fine. Before Chris could leave, he had to just get a swipe with the polish. Look at that. Whoo!
Don't take much.
Woo! You're gonna have the shiniest tip.
Hey, you know what? I bet you we're gonna have like 50 comments on how I'm doing this wrong.
Chris is actually an expert polisher. Alright guys, the polishing is all done. We got everything looking all toned up for tomorrow. Ben, in about a matter of 5 minutes, threw in this nice little Bruzy Power Glide. Oh, we even got another puke tank. We're official now. That is nice. So, whoa, a lot of red coming out of this one. This one must have been filled with ATF.
Yep.
That's not cool.
No.
No, we use high guard. Did we just top her off with high guard then? Yep. It'll be easy to see it now. Well, in case you guys were wondering what the back side of the Rooster looked like, here you are. You got your TRZ anti-roll bar. A little bit beat up. A couple straps got rubbed on there. But this piece right here, the anti-roll bar pan hard bar setup, is absolutely killer. That's what we delivered to Jason today. Actually off of the salty chicken, so... Chris is like...
I'm tired of looking at it.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That is nice.
All new again.
That's actually powder coat in a can, huh?
It's actually, it makes it a roll bar.
Oh, is that what it does? You ready to see me cut a 00 with a 1 and then run
tomorrow the competition?
Yeah, tomorrow's coming. You best get good rest sleep tonight. Good night's sleep rest.
You need to get a bed.
Ben, are you ready?
What?
To cut a good light tomorrow and pull a wheelie and just run a time?
No.
I'm always ready.
Since Wes isn't here, we're like, Wes, are you ready? He'd be like, no, I ain't ready yet. Can I run a 650 pass first? Can I run a 7.0?
Can you turn it down a little bit?
Unfortunately, we weren't able to make it to the dyno today because of the transmission issues. It's just bad luck. I mean, I got smoked on that transmission deal again. It just keeps fighting me, and we're not out here to redesign transmissions. If a transmission has parts in it, I would only assume if he says it was checked and fresh that they would be the correct parts, but they're not. So now that transmission is going to be a spare, and we're going to get it right and make sure it's 100% first before we do anything. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Tomorrow's video is going to be absolutely badass because we are going to Galot Motorsports Park. Not only are we doing test and tune, but we are doing that little event. So we're going to, in the morning, do private testing, really get the car dialed in, and then when we get there for the evening, then we'll be able to hammer off our little game we're going to play. You know, I'm going to say right now, I got it locked up.
You think so?
I better, because I have the most seat time in that car, which is going to be embarrassing if I don't. Either way, I'm just going to edit it so I win. So we'll just...
It's a total package, though, not just...
Total package. Reaction time plus ET.
Competition based on package?
Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to go down and get your stuff for the LS Nasty Experience, because if you win the LS Nasty Experience, you're probably gonna whip that thing around. Would you say that? That's pretty fair. We're gonna have it dummy proof, so you guys are gonna be able to drive that if you win the LS Nasty Experience, and it's only getting faster and faster and faster. So go down, pick up your tickets while you can. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.